Hey there, today I'm going to be showing you how to work with drawing chibis. So here I already have drawn my bases here and here, but I will be doing a step-by-step actual drawing of them in a little bit. But right now I'm just going to go over our characteristics in a chibi, or at least my chibis. So one, we have big head. With the big head, I typically, as you can see, we got a circle, or it's not a very good circle, and then not always, but sometimes you give it basically like a semicircle down here, and that's very bad. I'm just trying to trace this. So we have our semicircle, and then it's like head shape. And ears, they're pretty simple. If you are having a hard time, you draw your baselines where your eyes and stuff would be. And then basically, I know ears, they're usually like, eye level-ish, so your eyes would be there. They're just little half circles. They're honestly chibi ears. They typically, for me, look like monkey ears. So I usually have head. And then my necks, when I draw chibis, this one's a pretty bad example because it's so big right here. But a lot of the time, I like the necks to be almost non-existent. So, like, this is our neck. It's very small, very thin, very simple. So, very similar to how I draw just normal things. And if you watch my other videos, then you'll probably see this. I put 2 circles for where my shoulders are going to be. And, like, as you can see, this one is a little bit more like up, whereas this one, when I first sketched it, was probably right there. Oops. Where did my pen go? And then, why is that gray? Whoops. And then I usually draw that. So like with drawing the body, we just lay out the base shapes. Everything is just shapes. Everything is shapes. Like you can still kind of see how I just did shapes for everything. So there's like a good tip. Got 2 shapes. We'll do this bright green shapes. Everything is just shapes. It's honestly simple if you break things down. You got, so chest, and then the stomach is sometimes like a little bit smaller, so smaller rectangle. Then you have your shoulder placement, so then you just circle, or that's not circle, oval, that's your elbow, and then oval, elbow, oval. So the simplest way, if you're having trouble drawing something, why is that not making an eraser? Just break it down into shapes. 1 pixel eraser. Where is my good eraser? Technical difficulties. Okay, so there's some tips. So now for these chibi bases, I'm going to start drawing, like, I guess I'll just draw on this, and this I will show you. I know the person who requested this video was having a hard time drawing hair, so I will straight up draw on a picture of a person. Actually, I'll do that now. Well, let me just sketch out how I usually draw hair. Take down the opacity a lot. So for the hairstyle that I usually do that, I think it's a style right now. I don't know. There, where it's shaved on the sides, and then hair. obviously hair, not like fur or something, but this is, I think it's a very popular style right now, where a lot of people have this haircut, and so yeah. I don't know, if that might be a little too hard for you, so just draw like the overall shape how you want it. So this is obviously red. No. So you have your shape, you want the hair to be about that big. We'll use pink. So then you'll start adding in the little details. And then what used to be red now is hair. And these drawing tips can all apply it to digital or traditional. Like, I don't think I've ever really drawn a chibi before now digitally. So yeah. Wait, which layer did I draw? Okay. So now characteristics of a chibi that I probably should have continued with earlier. We got big head right there. Small neck. Oops, why did I undo that? 3. So what we're gonna get to now is big eyes. So just hide those little tips. Yes, we'll work on this one, the front-facing view. So we have our little plane. We use blue. So if you have a hard time drawing eyes, and if you have a hard time placing things, then just start out with the basics. So you want your nose here. Here's your nose. Here's your mouth. Here's your this is where you want your eyes. Okay, so now you have this. We're gonna just the opacity. I don't know. So now get a pencil. And we'll go back to orange. Or to orange. So okay, why is this? Okay, that's supposed to be an eraser, but it isn't. So I'm just gonna get rid of some of that stuff that I don't want. Okay, so for our eyes. So this is gonna be more in my style, but everyone has their own style. So go on ahead and just draw the eyes that you do. Where they're doing something super weird that you're just like, oh wow, that's scary. This is a girl now because it is. I'll probably just speed up this part a little bit in the video. Okay, and we got eyes now. Awesome. That's good enough. Okay, so then my chibi noses, like when I draw them I usually do I like 3/4 view, but I'm not doing that right now. So pencil there. If we're doing front view, I'd say just keep the nose the exact same how I usually. Noses are always dashes for me because they're very simple, very easy. Simple. That's tip number 4. Step. Simple. Everything should be simplified. A chibi is a simplified drawing, like anime, manga, not really those kinds of things. Animated cartoon wise. Oh darn. I did that on the wrong layer. Let's do that again. Simple. That's the whole thing with Chibis. It's a simplified human. If it's taking you too long, like these eyes, that's just because how I do it. Oops. Sorry, headphone users. So these eyes, they're not really simple, but that's just my style. Some of the time, I just do little eyes like this. And it takes a lot. Oops. Forget about the shortcuts. And then I lose my drawing. Boom. Apology. So there. So just keep things simple. It's a lot easier to simplify things. So now onto the mouth. Why? Oh, unclear. So our mouth, they're basically the same as I usually draw my mouse. Just, I mean, I guess if she's disturbed, it would not be like that. It'd be more like that. And then this depends on just your style, but I usually do bigger eyebrows. Oh wait, those don't really look good. And we just do boom, questioning look. Done. We got our ears, and then we got our shoulders down here. So our shoulders. I usually draw the neck after I draw the shoulders, and then Then we got our body. I guess since this is a girl, bigger, smaller. Then arms. Boom. Person. Very disturbed, but still a person. Now for this one. Zoom right in on that face. You're gonna do basically the same thing. Got your big eyes. These are usually the eyes I draw. And then got your mouth, earrings, accessories, your ear, your hair. Outfits are, let me think. I usually do hoodies, ironically. Or that's not ironic, it's just what I usually do. So for clothes, I'd say they're just clothes, like clothes. Oh, over here we got my hand. So Chibi hands. They're usually, for me, like a mitten. You got your winter gloves. You got your mitten. But that's how I usually draw hands. We just got mitten. Boom. 2 hands. So, but for this one, since it's a peace sign, we got our thumb, our index finger, middle finger, and then your last 2 fingers. So this, you can break it down to, we got our circle, thumb, finger, finger, heart. So you can break it down to all these simpler shapes for your hand. Like, you got a great way to practice working on hands is just to look at your own hands. This is how I usually draw real, like, normal hands. I look at my hand, and then I do this. A good thing to know about your hands are for hands, there is the thumb, which is, it has this, your thumb, it's like, that doesn't look like a thumb. You got, I don't know, it's just thumb. It's short. And I mean, I'd say it's like the first of your 5 fingers. First of 5 fingers. Okay, there's your thumb lesson. So then we have index finger. It's shorter than your middle finger. That's basically the only thing you gotta remember. It's shorter than this guy. Your middle finger is your longest finger. It's going to be taller than all the other ones. And I don't know, I'm pretty sure that's very universal. It's the longest finger. And then your last 2 fingers, your pinky, I'm almost certain is the smallest. Your ring finger, it just depends on who you are. It might be the same length as that one. Mine is longer, so my finger height goes index, well, longest would be middle finger, index, or not index, ring, index, pinky, pinky, thumb. So there's your lovely hand lesson. There we go. Our sketch is back. So that's about it for this portion of the video where we got our basic chibi stuff. Like basics. Wait, we're on our canvas. These are your main things to help you with, I'd say. Why is this not showing up? Okay, just click on the layer. So you want to remember the head. This is just my style, but of course with other styles you have your big head. Well, I'm just going to be talking about mine, just my YouTube channel, whatever. Pretty small neck, your big eyes, and the most important thing overall, keep it simple. A chibi is a simplified human. It's not meant to take you that long. You just want it to look like a simplified person. So, yeah. Boom. Chibi. So, yeah, that's about it for this portion of the video. I'm going to be continuing on with this tutorial series, but I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps you with drawing, and I hope you all create some pretty nice art.